Hi everybody, we're here at the Count Basie Teen and College Film Fest in Red Bank, New Jersey.
We are so excited to be here. We just finished interviewing all of our students.
These are all students from the state of New Jersey, and we are just so thrilled to get to know them, to interview them, see what their passions are.
We are having a blast here, and we wanted to share these interviews with you. They're students who are inspired and creating amazing things and changing the way our industry works already. So enjoy the interviews.
I'm Maura, and we both co-directed Panic.
I'm Mia. I worked on Panic with Maura, and we've both been doing, I've been doing film for like 2 years now, Maura.
I've been doing it for like 4 years in high school, and then in 7th grade I also made one, so I guess I'd count next year.
Wow.
That, but.
So, we watched Panic, and I need to know more about this story because it was really powerful, and so it was such an experience. I said that earlier, but tell us where this story came from for you.
Well, it came from me in my life because I struggled with panic disorder. So this film's so important to me because ever since I started making films, I've been really inspired by people who like to break the stigma for mental illness, and I want to contribute to that a lot. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand panic disorder and how confusing it can be and how tough it can be as well. So I wanted to show visually, at least that's how I communicate best, how it feels to have panic attacks at random, doesn't even have to be triggered. But yeah, it was based off of my life and a pretty specific instance that happened in school for me.
You could tell that it was such a personal story. I had goosebumps while you were talking. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was showcased really well on the screen, and the craft of the editing, like, oh my God, I'm sure it took revision after revision, V1, V2, final, right? Like
Yeah.
underscore
Final.
final.
Yeah.
It got, very intense, and I think that it was beautifully crafted.
Thank you so much.
What was the biggest discovery during this journey?
Oh gosh.
This is like the first film that I've done that I think is really serious. I know Maura was doing a lot of comedies in the year prior to that, so I think tapping into that really serious acting and, approaching such a difficult topic that led to a lot of discoveries, just like, oh, how do you get in the headspace, like what looks good, or like for me it was just like I was kind of acting too in a way. I was trying to like shake the camera, trying to make it all look like
Yes.
Yeah.
just really convey that panic. I think we worked a lot with audio and editing, just matching that together, like hitting every beat's a new clip on the drums.
Working with the music producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
That
Yeah.
was new.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The sound design too.
Yeah. And this was my first time acting. I'm not an actress.
What?
It was just based off my own experience, and I thought there wasn't really anyone else other than me that could like show my story. So I much prefer being behind the camera. I love directing. So being in front of the camera took a lot for me to compose myself and to be able to enter a headspace that was very prominent a year ago. So it was a little hard to tap into that. Get back there. So
it's also super vulnerable to get back to that space.
Yeah, it was tough to like re-enter that area of my life, but
What she would do is she would listen to really sad music, like right before every shoot. She'd like listen to the stuff that she'd listened to a year ago, and it was
And
like,
it brought you right.
Yeah.
That's
it
interesting.
did. Yeah, because I listen to music all the time. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what would Maura a year ago be listening to? So then I listened to it, and I'm like, oh, and then my heart just immediately sinks as soon as I hear the songs because it's like just transports me into that time.
Wow.
Gives you that emotional preparation for the scene. That's so cool.
The one thing that I thought was really well done was when you're in the bathroom and you're having the attack, but then you come back and it's like the shot is still, and like it's like nobody knew that you ever had this happen to you just then. It's like everybody's like just listening to this history lesson. You're like, oh my God. But yeah, it was really well done.
And it conveyed this sense of just being so alone in that struggle, and everything goes on around you as normal, and you're this young woman is just coping on her own.
Yeah. Thank you. We purposely did that with the cinematography. We tried to make the shots in the classroom.
We set up the beginning, all the shots in the classroom. Like there's kids yawning.
Exactly.
There's kids taking notes, and then it's her, and you see her how she's really alienated.
Movement in the camera doesn't start until I get out of the classroom, and then it escalates as it go on. So it's like my mind and all that.
Do you have any inspirations, any favorite film directors, any favorite movies that you want to shout out?
My favorite director is Damien Chazelle, who did La La Land and Whiplash. I love how he uses color and movement in the camera to give certain emotions in a film. So I was very inspired by that, especially Whiplash with the drums.
That was our prompt. It was we had like a list, and one of them was like make a film inspired by a director or a film. So that's where we kind of got drums from, I feel like.
Yeah.
And Mia, what about you?
I think my favorite movie right now, I really liked, I just saw it was called The Worst Person in the World. I'm not really into movies with like a big climax. Like I can like Marvel, that doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Like I love a little story, and it's like everything's happening but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Like, that's my
I love
favorite.
that too.
You like that? Yeah.
What's next for you guys?
College girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a senior. I'm going to college at SCAD next year and
Congrats.
studying film. Very excited. This one here's still a junior, going to be a senior.
Well, right now she's president of film club.
Nice.
And I'm vice president of film club. So hopefully,
Passing.
What, high school?
Oh, we go to Middletown High School.
Middletown represented this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
We did.
I want to work on making better ideas, and I want to find people that I like working with, like new younger people.
Building a team that you can trust, that you can work with again and again, because
You
it
can
just
take big risks like this.
Yes.
And it lets you get deeper. It lets you do things that scare you, but it's worth it in the end.
Congratulations to you both.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us at the Count Basie Teen and College Film Festival. Meredith and I had an absolute blast talking to these amazing student filmmakers.
So much fun.
Tune in next time on 101, a podcast.